Good evening. Bristol's mayor says the people of Bristol must decide the future of a plinth in the city centre after a sculpture of an anti-racism protester was put up in the early hours of this morning. The figure of Reid now sits on the site where the statue of the former slave trader Edward Colston stood before it was pulled down and thrown into the harbour during last month's Black Lives Matter demonstration. Sangeeta Lal is live there for us this evening. Sangeeta, it is a powerful image, also proving a little controversial as well this evening.
Yeah, John, Bristol City Council say they certainly didn't request the sculpture, nor did they give permission for it to be here. It's made of black resin. It's actually been bolted onto the plinth where Edward Colston's statue once stood. It's of a protester, Reid, who was here at the demonstration on the 7th of June. And ever since it's arrived, it's gained a lot of attention. Many crowds like this have been gathering all day. I've barely seen anyone walk past it without having a chat or taking a photo. Some of those discussions have become pretty heated, but it seems quite calm at the moment. But one of the main controversies of the sculpture is how it arrives and when. Secretly installed in the early hours of this morning, a sculpture capturing a historic moment. The toppling of Edward Colston's statue was seen by millions and made headlines across the world. After it fell, Jen jumped up and took its place, an image now immortalised.
I think it's an honour. I think it's great, but I don't think we can lose sight as to why that statue is there. So putting me to one side, there's a reason why that statue is there, and it's all about change.
For weeks, Colston's replacement has been debated in the city, but today the council say they did not give permission for this to be installed.
But this was never meant to be something that was permanent. It was about what it stands for, what it means. It was just about the here and the now, and and a good talking point.
Artist Mark Quinn says he designed it to continue the conversation about racism and inequality.
What should go on the plinth should definitely be decided democratically by the people of Bristol, and that will take, I imagine, a number of months at least, or years. So I'm not against the mayor, I'm not against that at all. I'm just using that activated space for something a little bit different before that happens.
Many have welcomed its place in the city.
It's a very overwhelming feeling. I'm a bit lost for words, to be honest. So I think it's maybe a step forward.
I think it's a tribute to the oppression that people have experienced in the past, and I think it shows such bravery to be able to go against something that has been around for years. Racism is it just does so much damage to people's lives, and people suffer to an unbelievable degree, and so many people just don't see it, and what's gone on here has kind of helped to bring it to light.
The sculpture of a black woman where a slave trader's statue once stood is something Azza never thought she'd see.
It literally made me leap out of bed this morning when I saw the first picture, jump straight into a bus, get decked out in my brightest clothes to show how much this actually means to me and a lot of other females. These are the type of influences that we should have had as kids.
And one today many are learning about. It's not yet known how long this will remain, but many say they hope its symbolism will be as permanent as some changes already seen across the city.